Look, I'm gonna say this plain because dancing around is how we fucking got here in the first place. Look, I'm a Gen X guy, and I grew up when the TV went off at night, and if you were lucky enough to stay up till the channel died, you got to hear the national anthem. God, America was good then. When your dad still said grace before dinner. Well, most did. I know I had a foster dad. The one who said grace before dinner, he tried to touch my pee-pee, but that's another story. When family values wasn't some marketing slogan the left turned into a punchline, we weren't perfect. Plenty of us screwed up marriages, drank too much, worked too many hours. But we still knew which way was up. We still looked, you know, we still figured it out as we went along. Now look at the house. Look at what they're pumping into our living rooms, our phones, our kids' tablets. It's not entertainment anymore. It's a pipeline. And it's full of fucking bullshit. They call it representation, or they call it progress. I call it forced ideology. And it's affecting our homes the same way termites take down a foundation. Quiet at first, then the whole damn structure starts to sag. You sit down, and after a long day, you flip on the screen, and within 10 minutes, you're watching a show where the dad's a clueless fucking asshole. The mom's always right. The kids know better than both of them fucking assholes. And every traditional boundary is treated like a fucking hate crime. Gender's a costume. Marriage is optional. Sometimes there's 5 or 6 people in one single relationship. Kids are a prop for adult self-expression. And if you dare to say, hold on, that's not how God designed this, you're the fucking problem. You're the fucking bigot. You're the one that needs to fucking evolve. Here's a current example. This should piss off every fucking parent out there. Just this summer, Concerned Women for America released a report after digging through hundreds of Netflix shows. Kids shows. And they found that 41% of the rated G series, and again another 41% of the TV-Y7 series, contains supposedly safe for little kids. Okay, but its content is LGBTQ messaging. No warning labels, no parents heads up. Just slip it in like no big deal. Now you've got the House Republicans and the FCC finally talking about updating the rating system so parents actually know what's on the fucking screen. And of course, half the culture is screaming that that's not even asking for a simple warning for a TV show. It's somehow hate. That's not neutral entertainment. That's ideology delivered straight into the living room while your kids are there in their pajamas. Scripture saw this coming a long time ago. 2 Timothy 3, or 2 Timothy 3, 1 through 5. But mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not lovers of good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power, having nothing to do with such people. That's not ancient history. That's Tuesday night on Netflix. That's an algorithm feeding your 13-year-old daughter content that tells her that her body is a battleground for identity expression and experiments. And her parents are the enemy if they push back. That's a quiet erosion of the family unit while everybody's too busy scrolling to notice that the walls are cracking. And don't give me this, it's just a show line. That's the same soft headed excuse people use when they let this culture start. Rewriting the words, the meaning of words. Romans 12:2 doesn't say be slightly influenced by the patterns of this world and hope it works out. It says do not conform to the patterns of this world. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Renewing, not surrendering, not going along and to get along so nobody calls you hateful assholes at the company picnic. Transform. That means you guard the gate. You decide what comes through the door of your house. You don't let some coastal writer room full of people who haven't even set foot in a church since their grandma's funeral decide what your kids think about sex, marriage, authority, or the difference between a boy and a girl. Deuteronomy 6 told parents to impress God's commandments on their children. Talk to them when you sit at home, when you walk along the road, when you lie down, when you get up. Not outsource it to a streaming service that thinks the highest virtue is affirmation of whatever confusion the culture is selling this month. We've traded our dinner table for the device. And then we act surprised when our kids come out the other side soft, anxious, and allergic to any truth that doesn't center on their feelings. I'm not asking anybody to live in 1955. I'm not asking us to stop pretending. I'm asking us to stop pretending that every new piece of media is neutral. It's not. A lot of it is open ideology warfare aimed straight at the family. And if you're not a Christian and you're just still sitting there taking it, then it's time to come to God. And if you are a Christian and you're still letting that shit play on loop in your living rooms because the kids like it, or it's the only thing that keeps them quiet, then you're not just passive, you're fucking complicit in it. The house is under attack, not with bombs, with stories, with laughter tracks, with pretty actors saying ugly things about the order of God set up. Ephesians 5:6 still stands. Husbands, love your wives like Christ loved the church. Wives, respect your husbands. Children, obey your parents. Fathers, don't. Oh man, I struggle. Exacerbate your kids, but bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. That's not optional. That's not one valid perspective of many. That is the blueprint. So turn the damn thing off when it starts preaching the opposite. Talk to your kids like their souls matter more than their screen time. Stop bitching on social media about the culture while you keep feeding into your home. Guard the gate. Because if we don't, the next generation won't even be able to remember when there used to be one. That's it. No soft landing. The truth rarely comes with one. But remember, to continue to remember Christ is King. And only through His grace and His love can we truly find salvation.